Hey everybody, welcome back to Area 51. Welcome back to a toy memory unboxing. If you watch Silver Age Dave much, he will do a thing, question to the community. Now, I don't have the fancy sign, but it dawned on me the other day that things can bring back memories, and for some people it's comic book covers, etc., and that does that for me as well. But there's this bag right here in front of you. Now, this is where I get my stuff from this secondhand store, and this bag says $5.99. Now, what's in it? Little story here. When my daughter was born, before she was 1 year old, I used to take her to McDonald's every Saturday, and we would have lunch together, and that was kind of our time together. And I did that until she was 15, and one day she came home and basically said, "Dad, you know, it's kind of, I can't go to this thing with you anymore because my friends think it's kind of, you know, weird." Anyway, but she went every Saturday for 15 years we went, and of course I ended up with a million Happy Meal toys. Some she liked and some she didn't. Now this, and I knew right away when I saw it, for those of you who can remember this, this is the Inspector Gadget pieces to make the actual Inspector Gadget. Now my daughter and I, this is the one thing that she really wanted to complete. And she loved the show, she loved Penny, she loved the dog. I loved it because was it Don Adams, the voice of Get Smart, was the main character. And it was kind of neat to see all the gadgets and stuff. So we would go to McDonald's and we would collect what we could. We ended up with about 100 legs, and each piece does something a little different. One's a microscope, one's a this, one's a that. So I saw this on the shelf and I thought, I wonder if all the pieces are here. Now, well, from what I've seen, it kind of looks like they are, but I see 3 legs, and sometimes that's never a good thing. But I haven't been able to have a good look at it. So now we're going to open it. I paid $5.99 for it, and we ended up with, I think, 2 legs, 2 arms, and the hat. We never found the torso, or did we not have a... Anyway, we didn't complete it. And I saw this sitting there and I thought, man, I am going to complete this, and hopefully it's all here. And it brings back great memories of the time my daughter and I had together for 15 years. Every Saturday we went and we did that. So let's open the bag. Again, $5.99. It's been used, so this was somebody's at some point in time. And now it ends up with me. Oh boy, stuff is flying everywhere. Alright, so let's just dump all of this out of here. And hopefully he's all here. And if he isn't, that's okay. So let's have a look. So there's the torso. Now here's the thing that kind of bothered me about the torso, is that it didn't look like the cartoon character. I don't know if they didn't have the right for that or what, but it does not look anything like Inspector Gadget. Here's the hat with the twisty thing on it. I think it still works, but there's the hat. We do have it looks like a right arm. And like I say, these all did certain things. What did this do? I think you put something in there and it shot something up. And yeah, I'll have to figure it out. But they all did certain things. Here is what is that, left leg? And I do believe he opens somehow. Yeah, and there he is. He's a pair of pliers. There he is. So that's the left leg. Then there is a right leg. Now, yeah, there you go. See, that extends. So there is a right, and that one extends as well. There's a right leg. And here is the left arm. And of course that goes in and out. There is the front of the torso. And then here's another leg. So obviously there was a double set of legs right there. So I'm going to put them together. Now this watch, I don't think this was part of it, but anyways, I'm going to put them together and see if he's all here. So let's put them together. I might speed this up because it may not go exactly as planned. So let's see. Here's what the pieces do. Now the torso part, if you push down on his head, the gears move, and it actually has some sparking motion. You can still see the flint spark a little bit. Not a lot, but you can still see it. It's in there, and then he's got to reset. So that's what that does. The interior part of the torso, the tie and everything, I think was supposed to be like some sort of a communicator. You can see there's an 05 there, there's a button. I'm sure at some point it made a noise. I'm sure if I took this apart there'd be some batteries in it. We never did get this part, so I'm assuming it's like a communicator. This hand is the left hand, and it just extends, and then it does that part as well. So, and that's about all it does, and then you can bring it back in, lock it in. This is the left leg, and it's a pair of pliers. So if you wanted to get some pliers, pretty cool. This leg, and of course it extends like that as well. That's kind of cool, gives them some height. There you go. That goes back down. Now there's a red button on the back, and that little spike comes out. So there you go. I don't know what that spike is for, but it does come out. Something to do with Inspector Gadget. Now this one doesn't open or anything, but it does have a little bit of a, I think this was like a spyglass. It's just, I can't remember how it works. And there is a red deal here, and he also extends. I can't remember, I'll have to fiddle around a little bit more with it, but this is like a spyglass. I do recall my daughter looking through that, and this is one of the pieces that we ended up with, like 100 of them. This is the right arm, and the right arm has this little green deal here that opens up and something goes in there, and I think came flying. I'm not sure if it was a water gun, but he also extends out as well like that. And like I said, then the hat, and I think the hat just, there we go. It still works. I can't believe it. This way it doesn't do anything, but if you bring it this way, and around it goes. And I think there was supposed to be a little bit of flashing light in there. But the one thing that I was always disappointed is that is not really the look of Inspector Gadget, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm just going to put them back together again, and then we'll close out. So there he is after all these years, almost 32 years later. Finally have a complete Inspector Gadget. I'm going to send a picture of this to my daughter and see if she remembers our feverish attempts at trying to finish this guy off. We really wanted to finish him off. I mean, at the time, it was a lot of fun. But I guess back in those days, not all the restaurants got the pieces that they were supposed to, because I remember we ended up with a ton of legs, I think one arm and the hat. We didn't get the body or the face or anything, but I'm glad to see some of it still works. I mean, it's goofy looking, but it does bring back a memory. And fill me in on your, if you see something these days that brings back a memory, whether it's a toy, a comic book, a play set. And this is one of the reasons why I collect. I totally had forgotten about Inspector Gadget here until I saw him at the secondhand store and picked him up, and I'm glad I did, because he looks pretty amazing. I'm going to put him somewhere so I can see him every day. But old Inspector Gadget here at the Area 51, and a memory, just a memory that I had totally forgotten about, and yeah, a good memory of my daughter and I having lunch together every day, or every Saturday, for 15 years. Matter of fact, the night of her wedding, for the very last time, when she was my daughter, just the night before her wedding, she had my granddaughter, who was already 6 months old, and I took them both out to McDonald's for the very last time before I gave her away, and it was quite a special time for us. So yeah, these things bring back memories, and they're good memories. So let me know if you remember this guy, and if you hunted him down with your kids, or if you hunted it yourself, and were you disappointed when it was finally all there, or was it something you were really happy to get? But Area 51, home of the superheroes, and found secondhand toys apparently. So we'll catch you all in the next one.